Forget hustle culture. Build this boring system instead. We've helped hundreds of busy parents replace their frantic side hustle schedules with a method that runs on tools, not talent. Most people think starting a business means sacrificing your sleep and your sanity. But I want to show you a path that gives you your time back instead of taking more of it. In the next few minutes, you'll see exactly how a boring 4-step approach can fit between school pickup and dinner. And you'll understand why the most reliable paths to additional income are the ones nobody posts about on social media. Why hustle culture keeps you stuck. You already know what hustle culture feels like. Your alarm goes off and your first thought isn't about coffee. It's about the email you forgot to send yesterday. You make breakfast while mentally running through your to-do list, and by the time the kids are on the bus, you're already behind. The problem isn't that you're lazy. The problem is that hustle culture lies to you. It says if you just work harder, you'll finally get ahead. But researchers have measured something different. Parents who feel like they don't spend enough time with their children report much higher stress levels, and it gets worse when work follows you home through texts and emails. That constant pain in your pocket isn't just annoying. It's a signal that your time doesn't belong to you anymore. Teachers carry this weight even heavier. Depending on the school, teacher burnout ranges from roughly a quarter to nearly 3/4 of educators, and stress levels can climb above 80%. Researchers found this after reviewing dozens of studies. When you're already carrying that load, the last thing you need is another side project that demands your evenings and weekends. Hustle culture pitches you a dream of escape, but the payment is always more hours, more meetings, and more notifications pulling you away from your family. And the irony stings every single time. The harder you hustle to build a better life, the less life you actually have to enjoy. You miss the soccer game, you skip the family dinner, and you collapse on the couch at 8 p.m. wondering where the day went. That exhaustion isn't a sign that you need to try harder. It's a sign that the system you're using is broken. There's got to be a different way to build additional income without selling your evenings to a side project that drains the last bit of energy you have left. And there is. The internet loves shiny things. They want the trending product, the viral strategy, and the overnight success story that promises to change everything by next month. But the most reliable systems are boring. Boring means predictable. No drama, no constant reinvention, and no racing to keep up with whatever hack is popular this week. This is where the Own Your Life framework comes in. It's built on one simple idea that turns the whole model upside down. Instead of becoming a salesperson, you let simple tools do the explaining for you. You don't need to memorize a pitch, learn complex tech, or pretend to be someone you're not. You just need to follow a script that's already been tested and proven to work. The concept started with Don Fiala and his famous 45-second presentation. The idea is simple. You ask someone what they want in life, and then you hand them a short explanation that does the teaching for you. It's not about convincing anyone or pushing them toward a decision. It's about giving people the information they need so they can decide for themselves without any pressure. Then there's the napkin sketch. If you can draw a simple diagram on a napkin that explains how duplication works, you can teach it to anyone. Your neighbor can teach it to her sister. Her sister can teach it to a coworker. That's the whole point. When the system is simple enough to explain on a napkin, it doesn't depend on you having special skills, a business degree, or years of experience in sales. The tools have evolved since the early days, but the principle is exactly the same. Now you have websites that explain the products, videos that walk people through the concepts, and follow-up emails that answer common questions automatically. The system runs while you're doing other things. That doesn't mean there's zero work involved. It means the work is simple, repeatable, and designed for someone who has 20 minutes between car line and dinner prep. This isn't a fantasy about getting rich while you sleep. It's a realistic path that trades the chaos of hustle culture for a steady rhythm you can maintain without burning out your family or yourself. And that's exactly why you won't find it trending on social media. Boring systems don't go viral. They keep working. How the 4 steps work. Let me walk you through the 4 steps because this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where the whole system starts to make sense in your actual daily life. Step 1 is get in and get started. There's no 90-day launch plan and there's no business degree required. You sign up, you open the box, and you begin. The barrier to entry is intentionally low because the system isn't looking for experts or people with perfect timing. It's looking for parents and teachers who are willing to follow a simple path even when their schedule is already full. Step 2 is use the products. This isn't about selling things you don't believe in or pushing items on people who don't need them. You use the products yourself. You notice what changes in your own energy, your own routine, and your own health. That personal experience becomes your story, and your story is always more convincing than any sales script ever written because it comes from real life, not from a training manual. It's easy to assume step 3 is where everything gets complicated. But here's the surprise. Step 3 is actually where the system starts working for you. Step 3 is shift into high gear. This means turning on the online tools that do the heavy lifting for you. Your website starts doing the work for you. The follow-up emails go out automatically. The training videos explain the concepts so you don't have to become an expert overnight. Your system gets to work in the background while you handle car line, dinner, and bedtime stories. You don't have to choose between building something and being present for your family because the tools are designed to keep running even when you step away. Step 4 is share with friends and follow the online trainings. You don't pitch and you don't pressure anyone. You simply share what you're doing with people who trust you and you point them to the same tools that taught you. The online trainings handle the explaining. The community handles the support. Your job is to be genuine and consistent, not to become someone you're not. When someone has a question you can't answer, the trainings answer it for you. When someone needs more information, the website delivers it automatically. Each step fits into a 20 or 30-minute window. You can handle step 1 during your lunch break. You can watch a training video while you fold laundry. You can share a link with a friend while you're waiting in the car line. Busy parents built this system for busy parents, and that shows in every single detail, from the length of the videos to the simplicity of the sign-up process and the way the community supports each other. What if this became your normal? Imagine a typical Tuesday. You drop the kids at school, you handle your morning routine, and you spend 20 minutes checking the tools while you drink your coffee. By lunch, one person has watched the introductory video. By dinner, another person has asked a question that the training already answers. You didn't miss a single moment with your family, and your system kept working while you were living your life. The real win isn't a lottery ticket moment where everything changes overnight. It's the slow accumulation of small wins that compound over time. One person watches the video, one person asks a question. One person decides to try the products because they saw your genuine story. Boring systems build the same way boring investments do. There are no fireworks, no viral moments, and no sudden explosions of cash. There's just a steadily growing foundation that you can count on month after month. James Clear wrote about the difference between goals and systems, and his point applies perfectly here. A goal is something you achieve once, and then it's over. A system is something you do every day that keeps producing results. The 4 steps you just learned are a system. They don't depend on a single big break or a lucky connection. They depend on showing up consistently and letting the tools do what they were designed to do. And here's what actually changes. You show up at the soccer game without your phone in your hand. You have the energy to help with homework after dinner. You don't feel guilty about taking a Saturday morning to yourself because you already handled your system tasks during the week. The system didn't steal your evening. It ran quietly in the background while you were being a parent. That's what it means to own your life. You're building something reliable that respects your time and protects your priorities while you're still there for the moments that matter. Closing. You now have the 4-step system busy parents use to build additional income without selling your evenings. Your next move is simple. Pick one step and do it today. Click the link below to see how this fits your schedule. You don't need a large investment. Follow a proven script and let the tools handle the rest. In the next video, I'll show you what those online trainings look like. Thanks for watching.